Rachel from Riri Gets Crafty. And today my little cat, Furiosa, is joining us. Today is Tuesday, what's the date? I almost said October. September 27th. I'm wishing it was October. It's a beautiful day today. Happy fall. It's been 2 weeks since I recorded and it's now officially fall, but it's really warm here in Phoenix. I'm sure you're really surprised to hear that it's warm here. It's actually a really nice day today. One of the things that I love most about here is how blue the sky is. It's just beautiful. And it's really windy today. I absolutely love the wind. And it's like a cool wind, so it kind of feels like the seasons are changing, maybe. I don't know. There's just something about this time of year that I just love. It like my soul comes alive and I just feel happy, and yeah, I love it. Even in Hawaii, when we have even less of a seasons change than here, I still could feel there's something in the air. It just feels, it feels nice. I love fall. I love winter, really. So I love fall because it's getting close to winter, because it's almost Christmas. I live for Christmas. I love all holidays that don't involve fireworks. I'm not super big on Halloween because I don't like being scared. So I would never go to a haunted house or something like that. But I like Halloween because I like dressing up, I like decorating, I like seeing the decorations and all that fun stuff. And it means it's almost Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. And yeah, it's just a really nice time of year. So let's see. It's been a crazy, crazy week this week. Hi little cat. I don't know if I mentioned her name is Furiosa. And she loves yarn, so she wanted to be here to talk with me today. I don't have my dogs in here with me. I'm in my craft room / office, and hold on before she presses buttons. The floor in here is laminate, fake wood floor or something, and I don't have anything on the walls in here because I'm not supposed to hang stuff up, and also the walls are hard, I can't put thumbtacks in them or anything. And the dogs, when they come in here, the echo is so bad, and their nails tap, 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 tap on the floor. It drives me insane. I need to get a big rug for this room or something. Anyways, I totally just lost my train of thought. What are you doing? It's been a crazy busy week at work. I've been training somebody, training a couple people. I somehow got designated as being a trainer. I don't know how that even happened. And I don't mind it, but it's been difficult. I went and did acupuncture today, and the acupuncturist was like, "You seem stressed." And I was like, "Yeah, I have been." This week has been rough. I also, for the last several months actually, I get this really, really bad pain on my right side and in my lower back, and it's horrible. I'm miserable. I can barely sleep. So the last 3 days I've gotten hardly any sleep, which is nice because I get more knitting done, but I would rather be sleeping in the middle of the night. I've been miserable. But then my dad stayed with us last week, so that was fun. He's been doing a job out here. So yeah, we've had a good time. I've got some exciting stuff to show. I got a lot of relatively a lot of knitting done. It's amazing what you can get done when you just do 30 minutes a day, because I don't have that much time to spend knitting. And my broadleaf sweater, for the longest time, I just let it sit in the closet, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have that much time to spend on it. I'm just not gonna bother, sort of thing. But once I was like, okay, I really want this sweater to be done. I'm gonna work on it 30 minutes every day. I can do that. I can spend 30 minutes a day. I scroll on Instagram. My screen time is 3 hours a day or something ridiculous. So I can spare 30 minutes. And since I've started doing that, I've seen so much progress on this sweater. I started out I just looked at the picture the other day. I want to say it was in July, and I only had a few inches done. And doing 30 minutes every day since then, it adds up. I mean, if you get just 2 rows done in a day, that's 2 more rows than I would have done if I would have just let it sit there. So yeah, so just working on that for 30 minutes a day I've seen a lot of progress. My socks I've just been working on my lunch break at work, so I don't get a ton of knitting done on those because I'm a slow eater, I guess, and so I only end up having like 10 minutes left on my break to knit on them, but it's nice while I'm sitting there to have something to work on. But anyways, let's talk about what I'm wearing. This is the Twisted t-shirt by the Little Wolf Knits, Brianna Lapino, and let's see if I can stand up. It's super cropped, it's super cute. This is my favorite color, yellow. I absolutely love it. I made this for, my chair's a little loud sometimes when it rolls. I made this for to wear on my birthday, and so I like at the last minute was like, oh, I want to make myself something to wear on my birthday, like a week away or something ridiculous. So I was like, can I knit a shirt in a week? Like I looked through all these patterns, like trying to find one that'd be really easy. I should have, in hindsight, probably chose one that was like a worsted weight yarn or something so that it would, go faster, but I didn't. This one is fingering weight. It's a great pattern. It's super simple. This is my first knitted garment that I have finished because technically Broadleaf is the first one that I've started, definitely not finished with it. So this is the first knitted garment that I've finished, and I knit it in a week, and I'm a very new knitter. So I think that goes to show that it's a great pattern, super well written. Brianna also has great tutorials on her YouTube page, and she also has a podcast. I think she does like vlogs and stuff, so check her out. I will link all of the patterns and stuff that I talk about today in the description box below. So let's see, let's start with this that I am so excited to share. Let me get a drink. I've been craving orange juice, so Pete brought me some orange juice this morning. That was super nice. Oh, my cat's on my lap and she's sliding, so her claws are digging into me. Okay, so I finished the front panel of Broadleaf. It's amazing. This I got done at like 3 a.m. 2 nights ago. Let's see, can you see it? Hope so, that color gradient. And you can probably see the way that I'm holding it. It's not just the way that I'm holding it. My tension has changed since I've started it. It started out a little bit smaller on the bottom, and it's grown to be like my stitches are a little bit looser at the top. It is what it is. I think once I get better at knitting and once I just knit more, my tension will become more consistent. But I've noticed with everything that I make, even socks, like the first sock will be much tighter than the second sock, and it's just, yeah, it is what it is. I'm learning and I'm okay with it. I'm not a perfectionist. I think that this is going to be great to wear and it's beautiful even if the top is slightly wider than the bottom. Anyways, so this stitch marker right here is where I was the last time I recorded. So I've gotten all of that done in exactly 2 weeks. So that's exciting. So I left in my lifelines. I've got strings everywhere here because a couple times the cat has chewed my yarn off, and so I've had to she chewed it somewhere, so I've had to leave an end and then start again. If that makes sense. I'm not explaining that well for some reason. I left my lifelines, and this one I could I'm leaving them in just to be safe. I wasn't sure if I needed to make this a little bit longer. I was really bad, and when I did my gauge swatch at the beginning of this pattern, I didn't block it. You are supposed to block your gauge swatches. I know that. For whatever reason, I didn't. So I don't know how much this is gonna grow after I wash it. I think this is gonna be a good length. I feel like it's at a good length now to where if it doesn't grow, it's okay. And if it does, it's okay. Hopefully not more than 2 inches. I'm expecting about 2 inches in lengthwise growth. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. But I left a lifeline right before the ribbing just in case I have to change that. I can rip out the ribbing and knit more if I have to. Oh, also I've got some extra ends somewhere here because this portion here, I don't know how well the color is showing on here, but it's like a lot of green and yellow. And I do love yellow, but I don't love green and yellow together. And it was like becoming a huge section, and it's right in the middle of the sweater. And I didn't love that. So I ended up cutting the yarn and cutting out this much. Like, this is a good amount of yarn that it probably would have been the whole rest of the sweater, the whole rest of the front panel, just in this green and yellow. So I cut it out and then started again when it was starting to become more like blue and green and yellow. Yeah, I really like this yarn. I don't know how the sleeves are gonna work because it's a fade and I have another skein of this yarn, but the way that this yarn is, no, like the two skeins aren't the same. So it's gonna be interesting. I think they're just gonna be different colors, and I'm gonna they're gonna start and end in different colors, and it's not gonna match up to the sweater, and I'm okay with that. I mean, part of me wants it to like look really cohesive, and then part of me is like, it's gonna be awesome either way. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I know that Natalie, Knitty Natty, I was watching her Instagram stories the other day, and she's knitting the Alpenglow pattern by Andrea Mowry, and she's using a similar yarn like that's colorful and kind of fades like that. And so she said she's gonna like do both sleeves at the same time. That way it's consistent. I'm not gonna do that because my plan, after I haven't swatched for them yet, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but my plan is to try to hold this broadleaf pattern is what am I trying to say here? Not supposed to be, because you really can use whatever yarn you want, but it's like written to be mohair. And I didn't use mohair in it because I couldn't get gauge, because you're supposed to hold the mohair with the contrast color. My contrast color is this gray. It's a very like thick fingering weight. And so I couldn't get gauge holding it with the mohair. So I'm thinking for the sleeves, I want to hold the mohair double with the main color, which is the colorful one. I think that would look really cool. I've got this really pretty purple mohair, but then that means I'm definitely not going to be cutting the main color and doing both sleeves at the same time, because that just sounds like a nightmare. Anyways, I think that's all for that. Also, I don't plan on doing another paneled sweater anytime soon. I say that, who knows, maybe I will again, but I'm like, yay, I'm done with the front panel, I'm so happy, but I still also have to knit the back and the sleeves, and I really wanted this to be done by October 6th when the Stephen West make-along starts, but I will say that's probably not going to happen. Today, what did I say? Today is the 27th, so that is very rapidly approaching, and there's no way I can knit a back panel and 2 sleeves in that amount of time, but that's okay. It is what it is. Speaking of the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, my plan right now is I'm not going to be sharing any of my progress on Instagram or in videos, just because it is a mystery knit along and I don't want to spoil any of the clues for anybody who's like not caught up or anything. And I also would like to keep it a mystery, and I don't want someone to spoil it for me, so I don't want to be the one to do that for somebody else. So I think what I'm going to do is like film a vlog of my progress, and then after the knit along is over, or after I finish the shawl, my shawl, then I'll share the vlog on here. I think that would be fun to do, like the progress and all of that. I'm really excited about it. This is my first Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, and I think it's gonna be lots of fun. Okay, anyways, other projects. There's a couple that I didn't show last time I recorded, and I haven't worked on them at all, but I thought it'd be fun to just show them. This one I did show, but I haven't worked on it at all. And this is my Tilde hat. It's beautiful, big thick cables. And I did show last time that I made matching mittens. They're both free patterns on Ravelry. I will link them down below. I'm knitting this on, as you see, there's a lot of needles going on here, 2 circular needles, and I don't have 4 needles that are the same size. So I watched some videos about it on YouTube, and actually Knitty Natty has a great video about knitting with 2 circulars on her channel, and they actually don't need to be the same size. Your feeder needle, so where are we? Where's the front here. Your feeder needle, this one that you just slide through and then knit off of, can actually be smaller. Is that right? Yes, smaller than your working needle. Go watch some tutorials on it. It's really helpful, I think. I don't have circular needles. I don't have 16-inch needles to knit hats with. So I also don't have a cord that's long enough to do magic loop for that one. So the 2 circulars is working out great. Okay, and then I've got my Be My Nightmare socks. This is just the vanilla socks on magic loop pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. I'm changing it up a little bit because the top of the sock or the front of the sock I'm doing ribbed. So I'm doing knit 3, purl 1. I'm just trying different things with my socks because I'm having a hard time with the fit. And so I think I'm trying a couple things. I'm knitting with wooden needles. I heard that can sometimes help tighten up your tension or your gauge. And I am also doing the rib and hoping that it just makes like a tighter fitting sock. So last time I recorded, I had only done the ribbing, and I think this is an ankle sock. So I think I had done the ribbing, the leg, and maybe was starting on the heel. I don't know, but I've got a lot of progress on that. I cannot tell if it's focused. Also, I realize I'm looking at the screen the whole time and not the lens, but sorry. This yarn is a Be My Nightmare sock set from Dragon Horde Yarn. The heel is orange. It came with 2 minis, a purple and an orange. And yeah, super cute. I don't mind the wooden needles. I do not like this cord though. I'm used to knitting my socks with Chow Goose, and I knit them all on magic loop. And huge difference in the cord, like huge difference. It's just getting kind of like kinked and it doesn't bend right. I like the Chow Goose better. I'm hoping that the ribbing will like tighten up the sock enough to where I can just use the Chow Goose and do the ribbed. Maybe, I don't know, because also I was watching a movie last night and trying to knit at the same time, and the ribbing was really throwing me off. I'm not very good at knitting without looking yet, and especially not in the dark, and if it's not plain stockinette. Last night we watched the new Top Gun, and it was really, really good. I loved it. I'm glad that it was less sad than the first one. It was really cute. Okay, so that's that. Those are my lunch break knitting socks. I'm just gonna pile up all the project bags here. Then these 2 I did not talk about last time. I almost said last night. This is another sock. This is on my Chow Goose, and I actually need to get a new set because my little cat chewed on the cord, and so there's like a little nick somewhere on this cord, and then when I like push the yarn over it, it kind of gets caught. And at first it was really bad. I think it's gotten like worn down enough to where I actually can slide the yarn over, but it's still not fun. So I haven't done much on this. It looks like I actually... all I did was the heel and then pick up for the gusset. I hope I have notes somewhere so I know where I'm at. So what I'm doing with these is the same thing. So mainly on my socks, like the foot is a little bit loose, but the ankle has really been, which is surprising to me because I'm knitting a size small and I do not have small ankles. So it's gotta just be my tension. So what I did was I just knit and then I folded it over and like knitted the cuff together. So it's like a folded brim, kind of what you would do for a hat. I'm trying that to see if like maybe that makes it a bit tighter than how like a 2x2 rib would be. So we'll see. This is cute yarn. It's I did a yarn swap with somebody a few months ago, and let's see, what is it? It is, the brand is Dye Candy, and to say it's an Animal Crossing yarn. I know nothing about Animal Crossing. I know it's a game, but I guess this is an Animal Crossing inspired yarn. The brand is Dye Candy and the colorway is Cherry. I don't know if you can see that, but whatever. I see everyone do this in their videos. I don't know if that's blocking enough to make me focus. And then the main color, the pink, is Cascade Heritage. Colorway is raspberry. Oh, funny, raspberry and cherry. These are fruity socks. So that's that. Those I have not worked on in a while because I'm trying to get these other ones done for Halloween. Okay, and then this. I didn't share this either. This is a fun project. So this is crochet. I haven't worked on it in so long because this is done in panels. The back panel is done and I'm almost all the way through one of the front panels and I ran out of yarn. I'm super bummed about that. But this is beautiful. I'm making it for my mom. This is the Wildflower Card again, or Wildflower Cardi by Modesty by Laura. So I'm trying to see if you can, see, you can see the flowers. This pattern, I swear, this is the second time I've made this. I made one for myself a while ago, probably at least over a year ago. And I love it. I wear it all the time because it's so like airy. You can still wear it even when it's warm out. I just wear it with shorts, but it's like magic. The way that the stitches are built row by row to build this flower, it's just so cool. Pattern designers, I don't know how they do it. It just amazes me, their talents. So I will link all of these patterns down below. And hey, Fury. Oh my gosh, she's eating my lights. Stop it. She's literally chewing on a light bulb. That's probably not safe, little cat. I thought it would be cute having her in here. Maybe that was a bad idea. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I think one of the next videos I want to do is a garden tour. Totally not yarn or knitting related, but if you like gardening, that might be fun to watch. I'm really proud of my garden, especially considering, hold on. Come here. Oh, quit chewing on stuff. Especially considering living in the desert. I don't know if you've ever been to Arizona or what you picture when you think of Arizona, but prior to me ever being here or coming here, I literally pictured like a sandy desert, tumbleweeds, and maybe some saguaro cactuses. I had no idea that there was going to be so much life here, Like there's plants that grow here. When I first came, we were like, wow, there's trees. And we have a beautiful yard with grass and two big, beautiful trees. And I've grown quite a nice garden, I think. I mean, the soil's not great. I'm learning a lot about that and stuff. But I had a zucchini plant and I've harvested several zucchinis from it. And even in the summer, things grew. So right now I've got cucumbers coming in. I had a huge, beautiful sunflower patch. And the other day I harvested some beans. Those did not work well. They kept dying on the plant. They're little tiny. They're supposed to be like green beans, right? But they're tiny and they kept dying, like shriveling up and dying on the plant. So I thought, well, maybe I'm letting them stay too long. Like I should harvest them. So I tried, I blanched them, I cooked them. They were horrible. They were very fuzzy and they definitely were harvested too young. So I'm going to keep trying, but yeah, it's fun. I'm very proud of my little garden. I've got some flowers growing right now. There was a hummingbird drinking from one of them the other day. And this morning I saw a butterfly out there and it just makes me really happy. So that's kind of what I want to talk about on here is things that bring me joy. And gardening is one of those things. But yeah, what do you think, Fury? Anything that I forgot about? Probably. I had my Ravelry project page open, but I think I talked about, I did. I remembered all of the names of the patterns. After this, I might go take a nap. And then I'm going to do some swatching for Broadleaf. I'm going to do the swatch for the back panel and the swatch for the sleeves and see how that goes. So if you want to keep up with any progress or anything more frequently, Instagram is the best place to do that. I'll have that linked below. Riri Gets Crafty. And I also have a page for my garden. I don't post on there very often, but it's for number 4, Little Monsters Farm. So if you like seeing gardening stuff, go there. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that you get to do something that brings you some joy, and whether that's knitting or gardening or sewing or crafting or even nothing at all. That's wonderful too. See you next time.